The European Union is under pressure as $140 billion of Russia's frozen assets sit idle, caught between legal risks and battlefield realities. Moscow's relentless offensive and Ukraine's faltering defense have made Brussels question whether risking billions on Kyiv is a gamble they can afford.
The EU is not abandoning Ukraine, but it is recalibrating its risk exposure. That recalibration is grounded in strategic doubt, as EU leaders are no longer sure Ukraine can win, even if they won't say so aloud.
Belgium controls the bulk of frozen Russian assets via Euroclear, but fears of lawsuits, financial liability, and reputational damage prevent action. The EU's paralysis comes as Russia advances in Pokrovsk and Huliaipole, systematically dismantling Ukrainian defenses and energy infrastructure with drone strikes. The frozen funds now symbolize Europe's geopolitical gamble in the face of Russian aggression. At the same time, Ukraine's leadership is imploding. Zelensky's approval rating has collapsed below 20%, and Operation Midas exposes millions laundered by his inner circle, including Timur Mindich, his notorious wallet, who has fled abroad.
The opinion polls that I have seen show that Zelensky's rating stands below 20%.
The corruption scandal has opened the door for the United States, which, according to former PM Mykola Azarov, is actively scouting for Zelensky's replacement, meeting Ukrainian politicians in Washington. With Kyiv crumbling politically and militarily, Brussels is now forced to tie the fate of its frozen assets to battlefield realities, weighing the risk of funding a failing war effort against holding leverage over Russia.
I know that over about 6 months, the Americans have been actively talking to, meeting, and inviting to Washington certain politicians of the Kyiv regime. They are shaping an opinion about them, looking for a person who could replace Zelensky.
Russia's persistent advances, combined with internal corruption, have made the EU's moral and financial calculus exceedingly complex. Releasing the frozen assets now would be a direct bet on Ukraine's survival. A bet that, with the war tilting and Zelensky's government faltering, could backfire catastrophically. The result? Ukraine teeters on the edge. Zelensky's collapse, his administration's corruption, and the EU's frozen assets dilemma expose Pandora's box of European indecision, leaving Kyiv dependent on foreign aid while the Kremlin strengthens its hand and the West hedges its bets against a failing ally.